2 brief sentences changed lives. Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace. And child, arise. Desperation and feeling overwhelmed is a state that complicates our lives. We live in a world that is ridden with violence, sickness, and little hope, and we hurt for those that are going through challenges that we cannot fix or change. It can bury us in despair to the point of giving up. I often wake up in the morning with a hope for a good day, and it is often met with many twists and turns where my time and energy is pulled in many directions. It might be the needs of our special needs son and brother-in-law, the challenges of what being involved in ministry might hold, a bum knee, or a sick dog. It is only an illusion that life can be comfortable. Comfort was not the norm for Jesus. In the verses in Luke 8:40 through 56, it illustrates several stories of desperate people. The first was the ruler, Jairus, of the synagogue. He treasured his only daughter and came to Jesus with the hope of saving her life. The fact that he was connected to the synagogue and of a respected position said a great deal of how he saw Jesus as powerful. It is also noting that he put his reputation and identity on the line for a female in a culture that didn't embrace females. Jesus graciously followed despite the way he had been treated by the other religious officials. In the process of going, another invisible woman in desperation reached out to the only hope she had. She humbly believed that only touching the fringe of his garment was enough to heal her. She reached and was healed, but Jesus knew. He stopped and acknowledged a person who was living in isolation. He saw value and wanted to share her value with those in his presence. Your faith has made you well. Go in peace. Faith in Jesus is complex. So much around us would tell us differently. She reached out, and the result of her faith was hope for life. It would be a life that took her out of isolation and back into relationship with others. The 12-year-old girl was reported dead as the event with the woman was wrapping up. The people told Jairus to stop bothering Jesus, and yet Jesus continued to the house as he knew the impossible was possible. He asked them to believe in hope. They allowed him to enter the home, and with a simple sentence, "Child, arise." She was once again with the living to the joy of her parents. Our circumstances can easily blind us to any hope. We may not be able to see the result or fix, and yet the reality that Jesus is present and gets us in our brokenness is a hope in itself. Our God is relational and invites us to be embraced by his hope and grace. I would encourage you to read these scriptures and verses and ponder the deep love of Jesus.